So we're on a live find test this morning. Over to my right in that direction is the York River over the bluffs. Over to my left is flat ground, marshland, and creekways. Our area will eventually pick up over here on the right in this direction here. Stuff's just been pre-placed. This is the clean area. With the wind today, we're going to try to blitz this as quickly as possible and see how quickly he can get sent, and following up on his subtle change of behaviors to get bigger change of behaviors to get the final trained response as quickly as possible. 40-acre area, some big drainages. The drainages on this side down there are really steep and are really big, for especially for this part of the area. And they terminate quickly. They just don't run on and on. They come up from the river, cut into the bluff side, and then terminate on flat ground up here. And somewhere over there is an article. I can see it right now. Not our area. Something over there. So we'll check back in once we start the task. Well, yes, good boy. He just found something in the other area. I'll set for up later. We were not supposed to get that just yet, but he did good. Yes, good boy. Go. Here you go. Good boy. Good boy. I think that was more of a visual than an air scent, but we'll go with that. A fine's a fine. That's something for him and I to work later. It's an area set with a whole bunch of clues based off a scenario that a real world scenario, and the clues placed accordingly to that subject behavior profile, but that's not our task just yet. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so we have our area, falls along this road up to another large drainage a couple hundred meters up that way. We have not this drainage that you see coming up right here, but we got to skip right along that ridge to the next drainage that we'll see in that direction, right about 41 degrees magnetic that we got to walk here. Wind seems to be coming from our left to right, from the west to the east, with a secondary push coming from the north to the south, and that is the stuff coming from the open water pushing into these woods here. So we might just head in and check the scent wind a little bit further in and see how it's doing along these trees versus being channeled by this roadway, which ends up acting as a channel for the wind to come down. We'll see what it's doing in there, and then we'll execute a plan. And of course, this is Argo still celebrating the scent article he found right over there. So we're gonna get going. You ready? Come here. Come here. Wait. Come here, kid. Come here. I want that back. All right, thank you. Let me give him some water real quick. We have to keep this machine oiled, and water is our oil. So we started task, and he just took off. I haven't even left the road yet. So my initial guess would be the person walked through this area, and he's getting scent coming up from them, their path that they walked. Let's see here. All right, so we still got it coming up from left to right. Whoop, whoop. Let's go. So we're gonna walk that 41 degrees as best we can. Get that ridge and see if he makes any turns to our left. We do have a team to our right on this common boundary I'm walking, but we are upwind of them. So unless he's ranging out pretty far, he doesn't range out that far unless it's scent he's getting. So that's, I mean, it's hard to say for two subjects being out, two teams being out. It's hard to say who's who, is that subject related or not. But with the wind coming from my left to right, I'm going to go with any strong turn he makes versus just the ranging out he's doing and residual scent. It's just him running around and scent that's ended up here. That's not coming into here, like where it's just laid down. Now that we're further in the woods here, you can see how the wind conditions have completely changed. It's not as strong, but it is pushing from the shore, the waterway, into our area from the north to the south. So as soon as I find my first physical feature, what I might do is go due west and try to get all that wind coming from the water off my right side across his nose. That might be my plan for now. I haven't gotten to my nav point yet, but he is just actively running this. I think what I'm going to do, because this is a training and not a search, I might divert back to a hot-cold game where I'm just going to let him keep ranging in this high activity that he's offering and what I perceive to be scent work, and find the areas that he loses it to move into the areas that he's getting it to find the subject. So I think that's what we're going to do today. With all this scent movement here, this would be a fun time to play the hot cold. He's not ranging out that far right now. He's not racing it. So I'm going to move over to this ridge between these two drainages over here that you can't see. I'm just going to let him sample down this way as the wind pushes. If he's got nothing, I'm going to push over to that other side. And he wants to go left. We're going to go left. Go! That's a usual cast out distance on a directional that he does. No change of behaviors, nothing unique there, with the exception he's going that way instead of returning straight back to me. So I do find that interesting. Doesn't mean much. Can't quantify it just yet. But we'll push more to our western side now and do that same thing at the top of this drainage over here to the north. Oh, look at him go. I don't think I'm doing anything. I think I'm just going to follow him now. Yeah. Go on, get going. I'm gonna... Yeah, he's pushing that way. The wind's coming from that way. He's pushing that way for a reason. I'm going to keep casting back and forth through here. See if we get hotter or colder and make a decision about this area I'm in right now. The mountain laurel scent can get trapped in here and be slow to move out. So we'll keep pushing. We made it to the far side of our area. Not any significant behavior change other than what we've been seeing. I need to check this ridge here. And get him down in it and just see if we have something down here before we go back. Continue our task across the area. I see him subtly nosing up from time to time. That could be behavior of him just searching for scent or him getting scent, but if he's getting scent, he would follow it, so I'm going to say it's just him searching for scent. thirsty.
Go ahead, Team Alpha.
He's spending a lot of time away from me. And he's ignoring me. He's working scent right now. He just did a flyby, didn't even look at his indicator. He's working scent. He's got that mentality of, stay out of my way, let me figure this out. So we're gonna keep. All right, he's going back to work. Good times. Good times. You hear me cuss, I'll bleep it out later. Here come. Hard to follow a dog through this stuff. We're back at our western boundary, which is that drainage ahead of us. And he's still working. He is not looking at me for any assistance. So this the wind's coming from the west to the east, which is right now in our face. I'm walking west right now. So you see he's only checking in enough that he knows where I'm at. He's still trying to crack this problem here. I'm gonna let this play out a little bit. If I had to guess, that person's in the far drainage. All right, we're gonna need some help on this one, buddy. What scent theory tell us? We got two different winds, 90 degrees to one another. So let's, we'll work this edge as we work this point. Scent can blow up this way and settle in all this stuff, or it could blow up this drainage and blow up in here. So we're going to stick to this ridge. This is, well, this, unless a person walked out of here. I'm just going to walk this edge and catch up any scent that might blow up from our boundary here, while letting him work this ridge to my right that I'm following right along on. Well, complicating factor that just came in. I'm now getting wind from the south and from the east. And with all this thick vegetation, it could have come from that direction and settled in here. Because right now he's doesn't have nearly the activity he had earlier. Which now makes believe this is all empty and it's coming from else right over there with this strong winds we're getting today. But we're going to go down to this point, come up along the top of this ridge and maybe catch that scent that's coming across and ending up in here from that direction. It's got a ridge over there, deep drainage, comes up to right, somewhere around in here. So I'll go down this way and circle back and catch them up on this ridge where maybe it might be a little more open for some better nose work if it's coming out of our area. We're still making our way down that ridge to the point. He has taken off again. He's about 45 meters out, 46, 58, 59. He's still ranging out, so I mean, if you can see on there, I'm down here, he's ranging all the way out to that point. It's very interesting. So not absolute, but it's interesting. With these varying wind conditions, he might not be able to follow it all the way in. We'll keep working towards him, get him to push more. And he's back behind us now. For those wondering, the bell is for him to hear me. So he knows where I am at all times. Yeah, he just circled back behind me. He is still working. He is going to probably run right past me. Yep. All right, let's get you some water, buddy. You're working hard. All right, we've already started working again, and he just continues to race down that ridge. A little bit over in that drainage, so I can't say it's this ridge, but him going over that drainage to my right. I still feel like we're on the right course, based solely off his away from me behavior. I'll let this run a little bit longer. Yeah, so yeah, he just went down into the bottom of that drainage, and he's coming back up right now. And that scent could be coming from that other ridge. So now he's hidden around. And we just got confirmation that the subject's been found. So, yeah, it's a good boy. We copy. So, we were right in our narrow and broad sense. Now I just need to get to this mountain laurel to get to my dog. This is why we proof these indications in thick stuff, nasty stuff. He just came back and did his final indication again. So when we're hung up in this stuff, they'll still do their train indication. Final train response for those. Yes. All right, so he's done what, 3 refines right now while I'm still trying to get to this. He's still getting me closer. I don't know where he's at. So, oh, there he is. Yes. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ah, reward. Yay. So I don't have to be there to get the reward. Subject does the reward. And look where we're at. Right at the edge of that ridge and drainage. Nice job, Pop Pop. Come on. Atta boy. Good boy, Pop Pop. Good boy, Pop Pop. Who's a good boy? Huh? Who's a good boy? And he found the purple shirt, right? Yeah. You know, he had to go with the easy find on that one. Right, good boy. Right. So we are going to head out of here. Subject's going to stay in place. And Argo has his reward. So this is his long walk back with his reward. It's a good time. This is our party. Come on, kid. Did good on that one. What was it, 4 refines? Something like that. Based solely off his initial alert when we started the area, his follow-up alerts from a distance that brought us over to this area, and then his refusal to give up when in scent that resulted in the find. So what went from one strategy at the beginning became a nice little experiment on some hot cold games I like to play, just so I can learn more versus just doing a A-B strategy. Point A to point B to point C type stuff. Good job, Pop Pop. goodness. Let's go.